Well, by now it has become official not only for Rian Johnson, but for Patty Jenkins as well, since every movie that was planned by the Disney corporate geniuses is now basically erased. This came following the news that Patty Jenkins' Star Wars movie has been delayed indefinitely. We all know what delayed indefinitely means. Basically, it's canceled, but they don't want to admit it. These reports have surfaced suggesting that the move was due to creative differences between the director, Patty Jenkins, the Star Wars Squadron movie, and Lucasfilm executives. There has been many reports prior to these news, especially with Rian Johnson as well. After The Last Jedi, things just went haywire, and he was supposed to direct a trilogy as well. However, years and years after, now it's been 4 years since The Last Jedi, and nothing has resurfaced for Rian Johnson, and now Patty Jenkins leaves as well. This is kind of shocking if you ask me. Nothing is going right for Star Wars movies. On the other hand, when you see Star Wars TV shows, they're going perfectly fine. You know why? Because Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are in charge, guys. Yes, there is a clear difference between the spearheading of the movies, which is a complete mess. Even those movies who have released are a mess, and now they can't get together to release one single movie after the debacle that was Rise of Skywalker. But the Book of Boba Fett is coming in around a month. The Mandalorian Season 3 is coming. The Obi-Wan series. Even a Cassian Andor series, which nobody asked for, but now we're psyched to see it. At least anything that we could get for Star Wars. Of course, comics are always chugging along and they're at their best. And when comics are at their best, especially with Darth Vader, they have added a lot to the canon timeline. Sadly though, comics are not a priority. Many times they have retconned comics just to serve a movie. So it's kind of jumbled right now, but definitely reports have been issued of issues between Patty Jenkins and the studio that caused the film to be taken off Lucasfilm's production schedule. The problem, more specifically, is the film's script. An insider source has commented that Patty Jenkins and the studio executives, including VP Michelle Rajan, couldn't agree on how to move forward with the storyline and the script. Patty Jenkins' film was of course announced on December 2020. Disney revealed that this would be the first film to feature a female director and adapted directly from a video game. It was going to be called Star Wars Rogue Squadron. For those who have played the old video games, we were all excited naturally. Disney, though, shortly thereafter confirmed that Rogue Squadron would not be a direct adaptation. Instead, it would feature its own original story, but it just would be inspired by the Rogue Squadron games. However, now you can kiss all that goodbye because another director has left the project and the project is now dead. We all know that this is a laughably reoccurring problem at Disney Lucasfilm. There was another article that interviewed a bunch of agents in Hollywood that have reported top filmmakers are not too keen to sign on for a Star Wars movie. They simply don't want to be involved with Star Wars at all. Why? Because oftentimes they find themselves to be prisoners, basically hampered by issues of micromanagement by the executives and a plot point by committee processes. If you guys remember, Solo: A Star Wars Story was exactly that, the same problem. They brought in Ron Howard, fired the previous directors, who reportedly had finished 80% of the movie. Another exciting project, of course, was going to be the Star Wars movie made by the Game of Thrones showrunners David Benioff and Dan Weiss, who basically just left the project on creating a new Star Wars trilogy with rumors that it was going to take place in the Old Republic timeline. Possibly Darth Revan would be back. The final casualty, of course, is Rian Johnson, whose own trilogy was officially now shelved as well and not in production. Poor Rian Johnson, he tried and tried to get this thing going, but after The Last Jedi debacle, we all knew, and I think he knew as well, that this wasn't going to go anywhere. The fury of the fans was just too much, I think, and Rian Johnson is no more, guys. But not only Rian Johnson, not only Patty Jenkins. I don't think any Star Wars movie is going to get greenlit as of right now. Things are just in a halt as movies go. After the sequel trilogy, I don't think they have an idea of how to proceed. I think they're just going to go with the TV shows because as of right now, TV shows are going great, as I said. We also have an Ahsoka series coming. There's a bunch of content coming, don't get me wrong, but movies, there has been speculation of some plans for Star Wars movies, but as you can see, it's just a mess. How can we even trust that anything is going to get done? Basically, what I'm trying to say in this video is that if Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are not involved, then I think it's just a waste of time. In the end, nobody's gonna agree to the huge demands by Lucasfilm. And you may ask, how do Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau manage? Well, they are experienced with this. They know how to play up to Lucasfilm and Disney and also do their own things step by step. So that's why those two have found a home in Lucasfilm. And I'm going to leave you with a reminder of what happens when Mark Hamill, Dave Filoni, and Jon Favreau all get together. If you remember, this was the thanks that Mark Hamill gave when he made his cameo in The Mandalorian. Mark Hamill, just before New Year's, took onto Twitter again to personally send his best wishes. He went on to say, sometimes the greatest gifts are the most unexpected and something you never realized you wanted until it was given. Hashtag thank you, John and Dave. Attached was a picture of Luke Skywalker emerging from the smoky hallway as the gate opened to the bridge. I mean, as of right now, that tweet has 269,000 likes. You can bet your ass that a lot of people agree with Mark Hamill, not only that it was a great gift to send 2020 off, but also thanking Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, the greatest duo we never knew we wanted. These two people single-handedly brought back joy to Star Wars. Before The Mandalorian, every kid wanted to be a Jedi. Now, most of us want to be Mandalorians. This is the way. And again, the miracle that happened here is actually the leaks. This is, I think, what Mark Hamill is really trying to say. Aside from the fact that this is the Luke Skywalker Mark Hamill wanted to play, the powerful son of Anakin Skywalker, the optimist that turned the galaxy around just by sheer will and turned his father back into the light. The other fact is that Mark Hamill appreciates Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni for keeping it a secret throughout all this time. He knows how fragile this information is, and the fact that they did not leak this impressed, I think, Mark Hamill even more than them bringing back Luke Skywalker and giving us that iconic scene that I don't think we will soon forget. This is not to say that they had an easy time. In fact, Jon Favreau probably had nightmares in keeping this a secret. We got more of how Jon Favreau kept it a secret in the Disney Gallery episode. There are so many people involved with the process, with the visual effects finishing, making it, filming it, the studios, everything. Every piece of casting leaked, and we were so scared right up until it aired that our surprise cameo was gonna leak too. I'm going to put up a screen grab here of Mark Hamill's tweet as well, echoing the sentiments of Jon Favreau too. Mark Hamill said on a tweet that the fact we were able to keep my involvement a secret for over a year with no leaks is nothing less than a miracle, a real triumph for spoiler haters everywhere. Now this is where the problem lies, because we all were extremely delighted to see Luke Skywalker back and hear about Mark Hamill's involvement, but we wanted to hear more. We wanted to see exactly how that came to be. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe for dailies. Now you have an awesome day, Star Wars fans. I'll see you in the next video, and may the Force be with you. Until then.